and like, share, and subscribe to the channel. India have once again thrown away the advantage at the end of the first day of the third test between New Zealand and India in Mumbai. After bowling New Zealand out for 235 runs and batting relatively well for most of the remaining part of the day, India lost 3 wickets in the last 2 overs and once again messed it all up at the very end. A day should have belonged to India is now a pretty even day with those 3 quick wickets at the end. And once again, it's the usual suspects of Virat and Rohit failing when the team required them to stand up the most. It has become a continuous habit right now for Team India to throw away positions of strength and led the opposition back into the match. It was a pitch that was never going to last the full 5 days. It's turning square already on the first day. And in 235, New Zealand have got a decent fast innings total. It is not a great fast innings total, but it's not that bad as well, considering they were very they were very dodgy at some point of time. And India should have bowled them out for lesser than that, with the kind of bowling that we have got. But once again, at the very end of the day, Jaiswal got bowled. Then whose idea was it to send Siraj into bat with 1 over left in the day? And Ijaz Patel was bowling. A left arm spinner bowling when you have so many left handed players in your lineup, when your main intention is to protect your senior batsman like Virat Kohli from coming into the crease. And who do you send in? Mohammad Siraj. These kind of decisions are simply shocking and they need to be questioned. It's a turning pitch. There is no use of blaming Siraj because the ball is turning square and it's very difficult for a player of his technique to survive on that pitch. Why not send in Washington Sundar? He's a left-handed batsman against Ijaz Patel. That would have been the ideal matchup. And you send in Siraj, he gets LBW of the first ball itself. And then again, why send in Virat Kohli? Why not a Washington Sundar or a Ravindra Jadeja or even a Rishabh Pant? The left arm spinner is bowling and you have only 1 over left in the day. This kind of decisions from the team management absolutely are shocking. And the way Virat got himself dismissed, that just shows the kind of form he is in. There was never a single in it. He ran out Pant in the last game, almost ran out Jaiswal, and now he has ended up running himself out at the very last over of the day. Who takes a quick single when there is only 3 or 4 balls remaining at the close of play? Who does it? Apparently, Virat Kohli is so much less confident right now in his own skills as a batsman that he's itching to get off the strike. He's not confident of his ability, rather to play spin, left arm spin, and it is proving to be his downfall time and time again. Every time that he comes into bat against any team, they are having a left arm spinner bowl to him. And what is happening? The same thing over and over again. And Virat, he doesn't like facing left arm spin bowling. It's clear now. Every team does it. Every team makes him face left arm spin bowling when he's about to get the innings on the way. And in the last couple of years, they have been hugely successful. Just a few days back, it was reported that the last time Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma played domestic cricket was 10 years ago in 2013. So if you are playing 10 years ago domestic cricket and you're not playing at all on these turning tracks, then how are you supposed to play quality spinners right in the middle. That is one of the many reasons why his average has fluctuated so much in the last 4 years. He was averaging in the mid 50s at one point of time, and now he is averaging 48. Joe Root in the last couple of years has scored 17 centuries, while Virat has just managed to score 2. That kind of shows the kind of difference in their style of batting. While Virat has flourished in the shortest format of the game, his ability to play in the longest format has suffered. The same goes with Rohit Sharma as well. While leading India to the T20 World Cup victory was a huge feather in his cap, and leading the team to the 50 over finals was again a huge achievement for Rohit, somehow his test batting has suffered because of it. Both of them are not there to play longer amounts of time on the crease. Both of them are willing to sacrifice themselves in the pursuit of quick runs. After having bowled New Zealand out for 235, what was the need for going to get those quick runs? Just bat sensibly, just bat well for a session and a half. 18 overs or 19 overs are left in the day's play. India batted well for the majority of them. For 17 overs, India was 78 for 1. Then unfortunately, SSC Jaiswal gets bowled. 78 for 2 quickly becomes 78 for 3 when Mohammad Siraj gets dismissed of the very next ball. And it becomes 86 for 4 at the end of the day when Virat Kohli runs himself out. Now, New Zealand also know that India batting right throughout the series is the tale of collapses. So they are never in the game, India that is, and New Zealand is always in it. Even when the Indian team have stitched together a good partnership, the Kiwis have always believed they're just a wicket away from an epic collapse. It has happened 4 times in this series itself. And India have lost their precious home record against New Zealand. They have lost at home after 4,331 days. That's a huge record. Now, every team has to lose at home at some point of time. That's not the problem, but the problem lies in their ability to play spin bowling. And after those very poor test matches, the last 2 test matches, you should have thought that there would be some changes in that team, in that batting approach. But no, no changes whatsoever. And once again, you are having the same problems. Shubman Gill was quite lucky to have survived the day's play because the balls were turning. He was being beaten both on the inside edge and the outside edge. One of the balls lobbed over Daryl Mitchell. He was lucky that the New Zealanders didn't have a gully in place. This pitch is such that the test match might get over in day 2 or 3 itself. And if India somehow get rolled over for 150, then once again we might be on the brink of being whitewashed at home. And that would be quite some result for Team India, from the highs of highs to the lows of lows. That would be quite something. Indian cricket would be staring down the barrel. They are already staring down the barrel right now because, let's be honest, this kind of cricket won't hold good against Australia, against that quality bowling attack of Cummins, Stark, Hazelwood, and Lyon. And India are going into Australia almost without any match practice. They are going to play 5 tests over there. The test series rather, is supposed to start later this month, and we are already playing New Zealand right now. So, without proper match practice, it's difficult for any subcontinental side to produce good result in Australia. And Indian cricket right now are more concerned about the IPL auctions, which players are going to be retained, who are being let go by the franchises, who are being who are getting the top bucks. That's the most important thing right now. No one cares about Test cricket. The adventurous players are the ones who have been given the most chances. The ones who play in a dogged and disciplined way are obviously made the scapegoat. Look at Pujara, for example. Surely, after all that has happened in the New Zealand series, Pujara should have been a part of India's tour in Australia. He should have been at least in the 15-man or 18-man squad. Whether you play him or not, that's a different proposition. But why not making a part of the squad? He is scoring runs in domestic cricket. He has scored heavily in domestic cricket. He has scored runs in county cricket as well. So it's not as if Pujara is not playing any sort of cricket and he only plays test cricket. That's the major difference between him and all the other players that are playing in his 11. Pujara is probably the only player who just plays test cricket. And all the other players that are playing in his Indian cricket team, they play every format of cricket apart from test cricket. That's why India is going through a crisis right now. In all the three test matches, the bowlers have done a pretty decent job. Once again, the bowlers have done their job by restricting New Zealand to 235 on the first day. Now it's up to the batsmen to score the runs. India haven't scored over 400 runs in quite some time. They have scored only once, and that was due to the partnership between Sarfaraz and Rishabh in the second innings of the first test. Since then, India haven't gone past 250 in this series, which is alarming given the kind of batting and the kind of resources that India have at their disposal. You'll probably think that it's a game that is turned towards India, but New Zealand, like the fighters that they are, have once again clawed their way back into the test match. Imagine Ijaz Patel, who wasn't bowling well throughout the test series. All of a sudden, when Santner isn't playing, he kind of becomes unplayable. And India are making it a point to make him look unplayable with the kind of batsmanship that's going on right there. Shubman Gill has to take the major part of the scoring on day two if India had to have any chances. But the kind of shots that Gill plays, but the kind of approach that he has against spin, it's not at all convincing. And Rishabh Pant is, once again, if he has a good session, India will make plenty of runs. If he has an ordinary session, he will put India in deeper trouble. A lot is relying on Rishabh and Shubman Gill's shoulders right now. And this is a pitch where you aren't set at any point of time. India need to bat well for at least a day, at least two sessions minimum if they are to have any chance in this game. They have already thrown away the advantage. They are already lagging behind. New Zealand have already clawed back into the game. They have thrown the advantage away. Now, can they fight back? It's a difficult thing considering they haven't been at all good in this current ongoing series. Things have only gone from bad to worse. Can India fight back and regain some of that pride? It's only a matter of time. And for that to happen, again, the lower middle order needs to fire. And they need to score big runs. At least 300 on the first innings on that pitch. If they're bowled out for 150, which is a huge possibility, India batting right now, they have lost 6 wickets in a session 4 times. It's a huge possibility that that might happen in the first session tomorrow itself. And there goes the test match. And there is a huge probability that India might get whitewashed. I don't remember when they have been whitewashed at home in the last decade or in the last 20 years even. But chances of that happening is remarkably high. Let me know in the comment section what you feel. And if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.